Hi everyone. All right, so there's the new trailer for Honkai Star Rail 3.0. I did watch it during the live stream, and but it was on English. So this is the Japanese version. I've already watched it, so I'm not going to play it here because all of you have probably played this many times, especially for any Honkai fans out there. You guys have probably watched more times than me, and I'm not going to replay this. If you really want to, I'll put this link on the description. So we are going to talk about the Flame Chaser Honkai Star Rail. And they did specifically use the word flame chase. Where is it? There. The flame chase is a journey of a constant loss. Yes, it's very much like the flame chasers from Honkai Impact. And I'm definitely hyped for this.
これは今までとは違うロマンチックな物語。そうでしょ?
Oh my god. Imagine when she start here and she just say hi. Hi.
これは今までとは違う。
Imagine if she start with this hi.
みんな
It's so Elysia. Yeah, so we probably know this is probably Elysia. All of you have guessed it. I'm also going to say this is Elysia for sure in Honkai Star Rail. It's coming. I don't know which patch it's gonna be. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, or maybe even 3.7. Just like how many people waiting for Sunday, and they never really release Sunday until 2.7. Who knows, right? I think I'm going to save up quite a bit. Maybe I'll just skip everything. I do plan to pull for Herta and Aglea, but after seeing this, probably not. Because I do want like maybe E6. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get E6 if possible. We'll see. We'll see if I have enough self-control to not pull. Alright, so what I'm gonna do in this video is talk about all these new characters and all these new characters. I'm going to assume they are the same as all these flame chase, the 13 flame chase. Because here there's 12 characters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 here, and the last one is Elysia. And that's 13. So, we'll start one by one. And I'm going to match each of this character with the Flame Chaser.
金織りのアグラリア生徒の糸網に触れ運命の声を聞け山荘の使者は門と道を渡り歩く
Alright, so let's talk about Aglea. Just by the design, I'm thinking of Eden or Aponia. Is there anyone else? Maybe Sakura, question mark. Maybe not. Yeah, so by the design, it's probably Eden or Aponia. Those of you who don't know, this is Aponia. This is Eden. But if you go to Twitter, there's a short description right here saying the weaver pierces the golden thread and connects destiny. By saying this connects destiny, I'm now leaning towards Aponia because that's what Aponia do. Like Aponia can see the future, right? So it's probably related to destiny. So if I'm going to match all these characters with the Flame Chasers, I'm going to connect Aglaya with Aponia. Secondly is
100回からの知らせを運んでくるだろう。
this girl. I have so many, what do you say, theories about her. If we're going to match it with the Flame Chasers. First one came to mind is Griseo. Because she's like a little girl. Those of you who don't know, this is Griseo. Griseo. Even the hair, kind of similar. But she does have that long hair. Here it doesn't, it's just a short. Because she is like a small little girl, probably kind of innocent. Like Griseo. But after thinking quite a bit, it could also be Vilvi. Vilvi. Because they actually show multiple version of this girl. It's like clones. Maybe they have clones, or maybe they are
100回からの知ら
twins.
せを運んでくるだろう。
But we know that Vilvi have hundreds of personalities, and they all look the same. Basically, all Vilvis. So that's why I think this could also be Vilvi. Okay. Next.
愚者穴草ゴラス。
This is Sue, for sure. This is definitely Sue. The background around here, all the trees, that reminds me of. It definitely gives Sue vibes, especially like tall man model, and also he looks kind of wise, right? He's wise, right? Has enough knowledge to refute fate. He's smart. So yeah, he's probably Sue. And all these trees reminds me of the sickness of body. Sickness of body. Yeah. And this eye patch. The eye patch could represent Sue closing his eyes. Like we all know, Sue always closes his eyes. I'm not sure about this image here. I don't think I've ever seen Sue open his eyes like this. I've always seen Sue closing his eyes. Maybe I have, but I forgot about it. Yeah, so the eye patch could represent that him closing his eyes. Although here he actually opened one eye. But he closed the other eye. Maybe. It's kind of cope, but okay. Here's where it gets interesting. At first, I thought this is Elysia. And I do think this is the same girl as this. That's why I assume this girl is Elysia. Until, because I watched this in the 2.7 live stream, and it was in English, and I couldn't even recognize the English voice. But if you listen here, that is definitely Elysia's voice, especially the end. Especially when she says this, you think so. Definitely Elysia. Yeah, so first I don't know. I thought this is the same girl as the last, so I'm assuming this is Elysia. But after the trailer came out, this girl name is actually Siren. But here, the pink hair girl actually name Hyacinth or Hyacinth. I don't know how to pronounce that. Maybe Hyacinth? I'm going to assume Hyacinth from now on. Right. So Hyacinth is not the same as Siren. So the other pink hair girl in the FLAMECHASERS is Sakura. Although here Sakura do have like purple eyes, but Hyacinth have green eyes or blue eyes. I don't know. That's green or blue. Reflection. But she seems too cheerful to be Sakura. So I'm also questioning that. But then again, they can always change their background, right? Like Akron is basically zombie Raiden Mei. So this could be like the happy Sakura. Let's go next.
信仰を分かつ司祭を見つけかの者を空で目覚めさせい
Oh yes.
怒りの方向を上げ
Yeah. This is none other than Kalpas. None other than. Especially this. Damn. Right? Alright. So if I'm going to relate this with Kalpas, if I'm going to match this with Kalpas, I actually have one issue. And that is the hidden character. This would also be Kalpas with the mask and the fire. And in the FLAMECHASERS, there another character that give similar vibes, and that's Cosma. While we know that Cosma is like a quote-unquote good boy, but the thing is, there's a beast living inside him. And that's like the, what you call it? Basically here is power, right? That beast. So this beast face could also be Cosma. Maybe. So this is either Kalpas or Cosma. The same thing here. This beast, this lion, could also be the beast living inside this guy. So this could also be Cosma or Kalpas. But for now, because this illustration is very, very similar to this, I'm going to say this is Kalpas, and the other guy is Cosmo. This is Kalpas, and this is Cosmo. Also, to back that up, there's this scene. This scene is nothing like Kalpas, but this more like Cosmo. And I think this scene right here is this guy over here. Right? We got we got Cosma here, and we got Kalpas here. There's more to go. Alright. I'm not even going to talk about this. This is just part of Alice. Especially here. This cat girl. There's only one cat girl. And that's part of Alice. Right there. And she's probably also one of the quickest in the Flamechasers. And this kind of shows that she's really quick. She's really fast. Like the way she moved. Yeah. The way she moved, it kind of showed that she's really fast. So that's probably part of Alice. Okay. This girl. From the design. At first I thought this could be Apponia. But I fused Apponia with Aglea, right? So maybe I made a mistake in Aglea. And this could be Aglea. But her story feels different than Apponia. Like the servant of the hand shadow, the daughter of the river state, the river of soul. Basically, she's like living in the underworld, like underworldly stuff. And we know Amphoreus is probably related to Greek mythology. So this is probably like Hades territory. Right? And from the Flamechaser, that is Mobius. So I'm going to match this girl. Who's her name again? Castoris, I think. Yeah, Castoris. I'm going to match Castoris with Mobius. Even though this butterfly kinda represent Apponia, but her deathly nature giving me Mobius vibe. And on top of that, this dragon skull. Go to Mobius. She's a monster. I think she summons, if I'm not mistaken. Either she summons or she becomes the monster. I actually forget. But this is her. I think she is the monster. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think she is the monster. She's not summoning. So this is her. So that dragon skull could represent that monster or from Mobius. So I'm going to match her with Mobius and we go. And it's really cool if they actually did bring Flamechasers to Honkai Sorrel. Alright, here. This is a weird one because when I see this, on top of my head it's Danheng. It's Inhibitor Lune. But after taking a close look, this is actually a female figure, like a female model. And the first thing came to mind by looking at this is Raiden Shogun. from Genshin Impact. Yeah, so she's kind of like Mei. Looks like Mei. But definitely not Mei. Because we know Mei is Akron, right? So I don't know who the fuck is this. And I don't think there's anyone in the FLAMECHASERS look like her. So I'm going to guess that she's probably one of the hidden characters here. And if I have to guess, it's going to be this blue one. For now, I'm going to skip her and see who else is missing. So out of elimination, we'll get this girl later. Who's after her? Okay, after her is Cosma. Yeah, this is Cosma, which we have already talked about. Come on. Do I even need to talk about him? He specifically say deliverance. They actually use the word deliverance. Deliverance. I don't know what you say. Deliverance, whatever. It's definitely Kevin. See? Deliverance. If you don't know him, this is Kevin. He is also the same voice of the Akron Celestia Myriad trailer. That's his voice. So I don't know why is he showing up again here. Is he the same guy in Akron's story? I don't know. Maybe. Right? And Deliverance is basically him. FLAMECHASERS of Deliverance. Bearer of the Deliverance signets. So that's Kevin, 100%. This is cool. Aponia. I'm going to say Vilvi, Detsu, Sakura, Kalpas, Ardo, Mobius, Kevin. I'm skipping her. That's Cosma. Alright, let's talk about the last two here. This one. First thing came to my mind is Santi. But Santi is not the FLAMECHASERS. Fuhua is. I'm going to say Fuhua. Because she looks like Santi. Or Santi. Yeah. So this could be Santi. Because you see with the hand, her hand, it kinda look like Santi. I'm going to say this is like Fuhua or Santi or a version of them. Thing is, there's also Yunli. Here's Celestia trailer. And that's Santi as well. So is Yunli Santi? Or this girl is Santi? That I don't know. But I'm still going to match her with Santi. And that's Cosma. So whoever left is Eden, which I'm going to put here. And Griseo, which I'm going to put here. So that's all the FLAMECHASER. We're going to recap. Aponia, Vilvi, Sue, Sakura, Kalpas, Pardo, Mobius, Kevin, Eden, Fuhua, Cosma, and Griseo. I got Eden just from elimination, basically. And this doesn't look like Griseo at all. It's more onto Eden, even though it's also not Eden. But it's too far way off from Griseo. So I'm going to say this is Griseo, which kinda is more closer to. But yesterday I actually posted something on Twitter. And I will say I'm watching a Twitch streamer like yesterday. And someone's saying this girl could be Elf Elysia, which is kind of a huge stretch. But you see here, she is a messenger. The messenger travels through manifold paths and recites harmony with the divine order. So she kind of like a helper or a messenger, just like Elf Elysia. And yesterday, I kind of agree. So I made this Twitter post. Of course, that's Elysia, we all know. And I do match 3B with Elf Elysia here because I do agree with that post, with that streamer. I actually forget her name. And the rest is the same. So I don't know whether this is Vilvi, Griseo, or Elf Elysia. This could be either Griseo and Vilvi if we are going to exclude Elf Elysia because she's not a flame chaser. I'm going to put Vilvi here and Griseo here. Just because of the multiple versions of her or twins of or she has twins basically. Which kinda represent Vilvi. Yeah. So this is a huge stretch. But it is cool. It is something cool to talk about. Right? Yeah, this is just my thought on the flame chasers on Honkai Star Rail. And there's another theories that I've heard, which is here. Infinity. And then we saw the Herta watching this infinity. The theory I've heard is something around the line where Mobius is secretly to be Herta. And I think about it for a good few minutes, I guess. And it does make sense more and more by the time goes. Because, hear me out. What if this Emperor's arc is actually similar to the Elysium realm? Right? And Mobius do want to leave the Elysian realm. And what if in this version Mobius left Amphoreus and secretly become the Herta? And now she is observing and studying what happened in Empress.
ファンはそれらが気まぐれに投げたサイコロオンパラス
See? She's not going to help or anything, she's just going to watch. So it does make sense if Mobius is the Herta. On some sense. Of course, it's kind of stretch, yeah, but this infinity symbol like give that up. And that's the Herta Mobius theory. But I think I'm still going to lean towards this. Like Mobius is Castris. I'm still leaning to my own theory where Castris is Mobius. Just because that dragon skull and also the death vibe she gave. This dragon skull.
それに法ステュクス
And
の
also
娘
this the daughter of the river Styx.
それに法要の権利を与えれ
Yeah, so I'm still sticking to say this is going to be Mobius. And lastly, this is a more crazy theory from me. You know how there were speculations about the March 7th being Elysia XP. And now, with them showing this, that shouldn't be the case anymore. Like, if she is Elysia, then March couldn't be Elysia XP. But what if they can? Here we saw a little kid, little Elysia. What if she became March 7? And it is a crazy theory from myself. And I'm thinking that she could be the emanator of the remembrance. And because how remembrance work, like remembrance values memories, what if she kept her memories somewhere safe and within her reach, and then she just leave it there, and then she becomes somebody else? She turned into March 7, she froze herself, and we all know that March freezing in ice, that represent remembrance, because the ice element represent remembrance from the simulated universe. Yeah, so she kind of want to save her memories. That's my theory, and that's why March couldn't remember anything. And then she froze herself to save that memory, maybe. And that's the crazy theory I have. But the thing is, March and Siren have a different VA. Maybe just after she left her past behind, she becomes somebody else, and even her voice changed magically. I don't know. That's a crazy theory from me. And that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening to my yaps. Bye bye.